This weekend, you have the opportunity to hear samba and bossa nova played at its finest. Internationally renowned drummer Kiko Freitas joins Marco Castillo and the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra at the CCFM on Sunday in Lindo Maravilhoso. To tell us more about it, I'm joined by the WJO's Neil Watson and Marco Castillo. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, Simon.
Good morning.
Marco, how was my Portuguese?
Perfect. You can go to Brazil and no problem.
Thanks. That's all I can say, but I think it's a good phrase to say the least. I struggle with the language, but you don't need to speak Portuguese to appreciate some good bossa nova and samba, do you?
That's right. You don't need that.
So tell us more about this concert. How did you become involved?
Well, I got an invitation by Neil Watson. Last year we were talking and we play regularly, and then he was mentioned, Marco, WJO wants to have you again as a guest, and so if you want to bring a Brazilian musician, who will you bring? And first name came in my head was Kiko Freitas, and he said, "Do you know him?" It's like, well, we're Facebook friends.
The way
so
every good concert starts. Yeah, we're Facebook friends. We can definitely bring him up to Winnipeg. This is your third concert with the WJO?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, third time. Yeah,
and I imagine this has to be a really special one, as you'll be performing with another musician from Brazil.
I mean, I'm just like I couldn't even believe that this is happening. I mean, like it's anyone's dream is play with your favorite musicians, and like the WJO lineup is wonderful. Neil is he's debuting, conducting, not debuting, but and have some arrangements and stuff. And having Kiko is just like, he's just the best Brazilian drummer right now. And it's just, for me, like Brazilian music is all based in rhythm, right?
So, Neil, let's bring you into the conversation here. So, Marco goes to you. I want Kiko Freitas to come to Winnipeg. What do you say?
I was thrilled because we were talking, oh man, it's probably about a year ago now. We were talking about the idea of this show and bringing in a drummer from Brazil who has lived and breathed samba and bossa nova his entire life. That's like no other experience. Playing with a drummer who can do that is just unbelievable. So when he suggested Kiko, and that was, by the way, that was without even hesitation. It was instant. It was Kiko Freitas. We have to bring him up. He is the guy in Brazil. He's the drummer. If you want to put on a concert, you call Kiko. So to have him up here in Winnipeg in February, by the way, is pretty exciting.
And he's getting the full experience.
He really is.
Just to recap, he was a winner at Drummer World's 2019 competition, Best Drummer World Music.
The World Music Drummer of the Year.
I didn't know there was such a competition. Of course there is. Of course there is. And of course this is a really big deal. We're getting the full, authentic experience here in Winnipeg, right?
It's as good as it gets.
So when I think WJO, I of course think big band. I think Count Basie. I think Duke Ellington. And here we are getting something a wee bit different, to say the least. Tell us more about the program.
Absolutely. Well, this has been a lot of fun putting this program together. It was sort of done in consultation with Kiko and with Marco, and we just started brainstorming songs that we wanted to perform. And Kiko had suggested an arranger named Mario Adnet, he won a Grammy Award for a record he did for Tom Jobim back in the late 90s. And so we called him. And we said, can we get some of your arrangements? They're beautiful. They are just exquisite. And he sent us 4 of his arrangements that we're going to perform on Sunday. And from there, Marco did an arrangement. I've done a couple of arrangements for this show. And everything sounds so great. I'm really, really excited about it.
I think Winnipeggers are excited about it too. Marco, I know you're probably very excited about this.
I'm very excited.
So in addition to performing with him in this WJO show, I also understand you're going to be spending some time together in the studio. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like once I realized that what we were doing, like we're bringing Kiko, I thought, I have to record with him. I have songs that I have written for a while. I was actually not thinking on to record a new album soon, because just lay down a little bit. And then I realized, no, I have to. There's no way that I'm not going to record with him. So I'm taking him on the studio and we're going to get some tracks down and I'm super pumped with that. It's just, yeah.
It's not every day an artist like Kiko comes to Winnipeg.
No. Especially in the winter, right?
Yeah. So it's not an opportunity you're going to miss. And speaking of opportunities, for any drummers listening, the WJO is putting on a workshop with him. Is that right, Neil?
Yeah, he is in Brazil. He's really into the education scene, along with being, a world-class performer. And he graciously agreed to put on a masterclass. That's happening this coming Saturday at Franco-Manitoban Cultural Center from 2:30 till 4 o'clock or so. Contact WinnipegJazzOrchestra.com if you're interested in coming out to that. It will be worth your while.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Marco, I need to ask, what are you most looking forward to in this coming concert on Sunday?
Well, many things. Well, the music, of course, is the number one thing. But I think meeting Kiko it's very exciting. I mean, we have been chatting. We're kind of buddies now. We call me all the time, and it's like we're all the things that came with this concert. Like a lot of contacts, people like Antonio Adolfi is an old arranger, and he sent an arrangement for us to play. So the music itself, I think just the arrangements and playing this music is very exciting. The music is unbelievable, beautiful.
It's been such a big project, too. Putting it all together, sort of finally hear it all come to fruition is going to be great.
I mean, what's really striking me is just how from here in Winnipeg, you guys have connected throughout the world. I mean, bringing in world-class Grammy Award-winning arrangers. We've got Best Drummer of the World Music coming here to town. It's a pretty cool story when you think about it.
It doesn't happen often. So, yes, I encourage everybody, don't miss this opportunity. It's been more than 10 years since Kiko's been in Canada. So he doesn't get up this far north very often.
Yeah, talk about a unique opportunity and a great weekend of music making all around, I think. Thank you both so much for coming in this morning.
Simon.
It's been a pleasure
Thank
to have
you
you
for
here.
having us. Yeah, I hope to see you everybody there because it really is a great opportunity to see one of the best music played by wonderful people.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? Lindo Maravilhoso with Brazilian drummer Kiko Freitas and Marco Castillo. Coming up on Sunday, 2 chances to see the show, 2 and 7:30 p.m. at the Franco-Manitoban Cultural Center. Visit WinnipegJazzOrchestra.com for your tickets, or keep tuned as I'm going to have a pair to give away. First, though, Marco, I've got you here in the studio, and I've got a track of yours lined up. We're going to hear Brazilian Season. What can you tell us about this track?
Well, Brazilian Season was the first song I wrote here in Canada, and this record was co-produced with Rodrigo, my friend Rodrigo Munoz, and it's an instrumental, like it has a vocal on the line, but it's instrumental. We're going to play with the orchestra arranged by Richard Gillis.
Oh, nice.
And I think it reflects my feeling when I just got here. I was fresh, from Rio de Janeiro.
That was from 2006, right?
This was released 2008.
Yeah. Well, here it is on Winnipeg's Classic 107, Brazilian Season, music of Marco Castillo.